In this problem, I don't know what the function is, but I have the graph of the function, just f of x. The domain is x is between 0 and 12. I would like to use 6 subinterval, which is the RightSum using 6 subinterval to approximate the area under the curve. So first of all, since you want to use 6 interval from 0 to 12, I have to divide this segment into 6 pieces. So that will be a 5 cut, right? So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 cut, 6 interval. How long is each interval? So the answer is you take the maximum minus minimum and then divide it by 6. That is equals to 2. That is called delta x. Delta x is the width. So for 0 to 2, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, and then that's it. So you put this on the picture, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and then 12. So this time is go from right to left. So before we do the right to left, I want to label the y-axis to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So go from right to left. So because we are doing RightSum, how do you do from right to left? Right to left, you pick the first point on the right hand side, a point on the curve. That point must be on the right hand side. So on the right, this is the first point, and then 2 units long, you line up the 10. Okay, and then the next point, when x is equals to 10, we have a point right there. You go to the right, 2 units long, and then you line up the 8. The next point, you have x equals to 8. You go to the right and then line up the 6. The next point, x is equals to 6. You go to the right and then you line up the 4. The next point, x is equals to 4. You go to the right and then you line up the what? You line up the 2. So let's make the line more straight. You line up the 2, and then the last point, when x is equals to 2, you go to the left and then you line up the 0. Okay, and then now let's complete the rectangle. So there you go. Let's complete the rectangle. That's the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and then 6, and then 7. So now let me ask you a question. Do we still need to go x is equals to 0? Do we need a big point right there? And then we should align to the left. The answer is no, we don't need that point, because if you shoot another line to the left, there is no area under the curve, because I am only interested in from 0 to 12. So you do not consider f of 0. Okay, let's get rid of the point. We don't need it. So we have 6 rectangle, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the next step is you have to write a full expression to find the sum. I suggest you to show all your work right here. Don't be lazy. So R6. Okay, how wide is the rectangle? What is the width? Let's just do the first one, shall we? From right to left, right here. The first one, right here. If you count the boxes, you might say, hey, there are 2 boxes, so the area is equals to 2. How do you get it? The answer is you do base times height. How wide is this? What is the base? The base is 2 units long. That is the delta x, so that is 2 units long. And then how tall is that? To determine the height, you need this point. So that is you multiply f of 12. So since f of 12 is equals to 1, right? So this point is 12 comma 1. So you have 2 times 1, that is equals to 2. If you just count the boxes, there are 2 boxes. So the next one, there are 8 boxes, so on and so forth, right? Looks like 8 boxes because that is a little bit more than 4. Okay, let's start. So go back to that. So the first one is 2 times f of 12. So how do we grab the numbers? Let's use some strategy. So for RightSum, look at my segment. So for RightSum, you have 6, right? So you do R6. Look, watch my yellow highlighter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You do not take the one on the left. If that is L6, you go from 0. Again, if that is left sum, 6 interval, you go from 0 all the way to 10. You do not take the last one. Okay. All right. Okay, we have what? We have 2 times that, and then plus 2 times f of 10. You don't even need to look at the picture. 8, and then 2 times f of 6, and then 2 times f of 4, and then 2 times f of 2. Do we need this? F of 0. The answer is no. We do not need that at all, because when x is equals to 0, you should align to the left. There is no area under the curve because that is already out of the domain. And then you factor out the 2. So you have f 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, and then 2. No 0. Okay, so what is f of 12 equals to? So this one is like eyeball the picture, right? So the first one, when x is equals to 12, y is equals to 1, and then when x is equals to 10, right here, this point, that is actually equals to 4.1. I agree with you. That looks like 4, right? But if you look closely, that is a little bit more than 4, so that is a 4.1. So when x is equals to 8 right there, that one is a 5.9. If you say 6 right here, I cannot say that is wrong, but if you look closely, that is a little bit more, less than 6. But again, on the test, if I give you a handwritten test, I will give you a table value. You don't need to guess. All right. And then f of 6, that is a 7.3. Just eyeball the picture. And then f of 4, that is 8.2. And then f of 2, when x is equals to 2, y is equals to 8.8. So overall, the sum is equals to 70.6. Is this an underestimate or overestimate? So if you take a look right now, so for each box you do, you miss some area, right? So this one is an underestimate. So, and then this is what? This is right 6, right? What about left sum 6? Left sum 6, so that would be the previous problem. You have 86.6, and that one is overestimate. So for left sum, you have overestimate. Right sum, you have an left is over, right is under. So how do you determine the under and lower again? You have to look out the you have to check out the picture, because in this one, every time you find a rectangle, you miss some area. So that's why I call that underestimate. All right, so that is the end of this video. If you think my instruction is helpful, let me know in the comment below. Like the video, subscribe to my channel for me, share the video if possible. Appreciate your help. See you all in the next one. Signing off for now.